Hello, everyone. Thank you. Just wanted to give you a sense of what we actually do, because a lot of people have heard about us, but they're not exactly sure what we do. So we are, I like to say we're consulting, we do consulting in real time. If you heard me earlier, one of the things that really sets us apart, I think, in the industry as far as what we're doing is I am a practicing advisor, and I am the last decision maker on anything that we do in our firm, any content that we create, any consulting jobs that we do. I'm the one that decides whether we do them in the end and how they're approached, and I think that's critical because the information that we provide to both advisory firms and institutions that serve them is based on what is going on in real time in the industry, and having our fingers on the pulse of what goes on in a firm day to day generates a different type of content than somebody that has never been in the industry or has been in it 10 years ago. Times have changed. I mean, having been around for 30 years, we're doing business differently even just within the last 5-6 years than we were prior. And so that makes our content, I think, different. So we are really focusing on the concept of an integrated practice. We came up with that term because we found out that most firms, and whether they're institutions or the advisory firms themselves, the reps themselves, are approaching the different pieces of their firm in silos, from technology decisions to the systems and operations, and I talked about that, had that upside down practice. They don't have systems in place. That's being addressed separately, as well as their practice management decisions and how they're handling it, and also the human capital, who they're hiring and what roles they're putting people in, and it really creates an ineffective practice or an inefficient business. So we help firms integrate those 4 key components of a business so that things are working together in concert. And that is absolutely critical to build the efficiencies that firms need, and more importantly, to create the bandwidth within their firms to be able to think about adopting some of these new technologies and new tools and resources that are available to them, some of which I spoke about earlier today, that will help them generate more revenues and serve their clients in a better way. So our overarching objective is to work with firms, whether, again, it's on the institutional side or on the advisory firm side, is what tools and resources can be provided to work more efficiently without working harder, and to be able to serve clients, whether they're customers or clients, without working harder, but improving that service delivery in material ways. So one of our key, I call it a product, although it's really not a product, but what we're known for is what we call our workflow system. And it is the first time that that detailed workflows and associated procedures, the checklists and the detail behind the workflows, have been put together for an advisory firm that is wanting to serve clients in a deeper way. It took us almost 3 years to develop a workflow system for our own firm. And what we did after the financial crisis, in response to advisors asking if we could help them, they knew that we had these processes developed, if we could help them get organized and get processes in place also. But the challenge was, well, how do you take something that's been so customized for our firm, how do we create that for them? So we took all of our whole workflow system, and we genericized it and put it in template form so that it literally saves firms hundreds of hours of time, and we allow them then to get a workflow system in place in a matter of months than years. But it's not just a workflow system. You have to have thought process through before you document a business. And so we developed a technology platform where we created these modules, video modules and content and checklists and different content that addresses the different learning modalities that advisors have, and the institutions, individuals and institutions that need to support advisors, that they can learn this in a very quick way, take that quantum leap, instead of taking these incremental improvements in their firm, that they can very quickly go from one level to a next. And we've been doing this now for 5 years, and we've had tremendous success in moving firms from point A to point B in much shorter time frames than ever possible. That's what we're always solving. So that workflow system is all part of an integrated practice, but it's really one of the things that we've become well known for. And then our practice management content also is, we're known to be very unique because, again, it's from a real-time perspective, and it's helping institutions really to develop those front and back office systems, the different content development that can be generated in different types of format, delivered in different ways that are going to resonate with the reps and advisors, so that they're able to get jewels of information in snippets, so that they can get take immediate action and get results. That's the big thing, is taking something that is complex and simplifying it so that people can get it right away and experience the results. So in a nutshell, we're really looking at how that front and back office is integrated, and my whole talk this morning was all about, if you work on the front office, really working on providing the resources and giving them the tools and systems that will help them break through their mental thermostats, that then you're automatically going to see the improvements on the back office side, and then utilizing a lot of the technology that's available today as a delivery system, and to make their life easier on a day-to-day basis, so that they free up the time to work on evolving their firms. So I have 9 seconds. So I have a few brochures and some cards. I'll put them on the back tables, and you can take some information. Thanks for your attention.